honest.
If you Zong it's open, I will not leave it for everything. Like any draft, if using it's open, it's like give an advantage for win. Because he's in the meta and he's strong.
Do you think they picked them because they wanted to pick them or because they didn't want ONIC to pick them?
No, it's not a force. But they picked like because we saw it in the yesterday from Team Falcons as a Yuzong. Farsa.
Yeah, expected that.
He banned Farsa is here.
Yeah,
He wanted that.
He wanted Farsa so much. Yeah.
But until now, for the I like Farsa and Yuzong together.
Of course, yeah.
The combo.
Yeah, they do such a great combo, but also Lapu Lapu and Gatot Kacha are such a great combo with Zushin as well. So it's not going to be a stroll for Team Falcons for the first 3 picks of ONIC, of course. Right now we're in the second ban phase, and we're seeing Claude as a ban because he's very dangerous in the mid to late game. So they wanted to get rid of him immediately. Who are we going to see? Who is Kyrie going to ban right now?
We think marksman.
You think a marksman?
Yes.
I think it's going to be mostly probably a jungler or an XP laner maybe. Or maybe a marksman.
Because Lancelot is out, Labu Labu is here, and Yuzong is here, Yusinshin out. We will expect new jungler. Maybe out of meta.
I saw a carry man, so it is actually a
maybe they will go for tanks.
Yeah, they might. Yeah, they're most probably going for tanks. That's why. But we still have Moskov as a pick, as a potential pick for tanky heroes. So less efficient than carry, but efficient enough, I would say.
I will not like focus on carry. I will focus on the last ban for them. If they will ban Moscow, they will go for tanks.
Definitely.
Like tanks combination.
Definitely. We might see an Akai pick, actually, Akai jungle pick in that case, if it ever happens, actually. But we're waiting.
Grok is open.
Grok is also open, but I don't think they will go for Grok because they already have got Catcher and Lapu. Ruby is actually a ban. I would
Hayabusa is open also.
Hayabusa is open as well. Yeah. But let's see.
There is a lot of meta bans open. Like hero pools is open for both teams still.
Definitely. Akai actually got banned, so they're not going to pick Akai. Who are we? I might expect a Hayabusa or a Suyo, actually. Probably a Hayabusa or a Suyo for ONIC. But for Falcon, I'm not sure with this combination what would be the best pick as a jungler. Who do you think might be a jungle pick for Team Falcons?
Granger.
Granger as a jungle?
No, for ONIC. But Team Falcons?
Yeah.
I want to see...
Oh, Hayabusa. All right, so we're seeing a Hayabusa from Team Falcon.
Hayabusa.
Yeah.
Hayabusa is like it's picked, and it's like he can do the movement faster because there is no only the cat he can counter him. Also Labu Labu some crowd control.
Well, we still have Suyo, we still have Eamon, we still have Fanny as a pick as well. Eamon is not actually pretty meta, but probably a potential pick, let's say. Or they might have something else to say. They can go for Ling as well. Ling actually might be a choice as well. But no, we're seeing Fanny and Harris. Yeah, we're seeing Fanny and Harris. They're going all in. They're taking all the risks of the world, actually, ONIC. So yeah, that's.
Still, we are talking about Fanny, and they pick it.
And you have no idea.
He's the king for this, Kyrie.
Kyrie is the Fanny king.
Yes.
So basically, yeah, it is his pick. It is his main. So.
I don't know why they
do you
didn't
think Falcon they miss it?
No, I don't think so. I think they actually are confident enough for them to play against Fanny. So yeah, let's see if their confidence is.
That's a +1 for Falcon.
Yeah. Let's see. So we have the last pick from Sano for Falcon, and let's see who is he going to pick.
I want to see the full picture for Falcon.
Yeah, we still have a gold laner. remaining. This is very interesting.
For ONIC, they will play for Esmeralda. Okay. Predictable.
Yeah, actually, it's actually predictable since they're going, they're going to face Fanny. Fanny is going to have a hard time right now since she is actually facing three semi-tanky heroes, I would say, one super tanky hero. So it's not going to be easy for them.
As for now, Team ONIC, they will focus on early games.
Yeah,
They will focus with Fanny more. But for Team Falcon, they need to disengage a lot and they need to avoid unnecessarily fights. And they need to focus on objectives more than kills.
yeah, true. But a last comment I would say before the game starts. Team Falcons is actually missing.
Better draft.
No, they are missing damage. Actually, they are missing a damage factor right now. They have the tanky factor, but they are missing the damage factor. But the damage factor is actually with ONIC more than Falcons. Yeah.
Okay, once again, ONIC Indonesia versus Team Falcons. Everything is on the line. Casters, please take it away.
Thank you so much to the panel for breaking down this last series for us. It's a best of 3. The quarterfinals to move on to the semifinals. What is up, guys? It's me, Nice2, joined with Wolf one more time for tonight. Well, hopefully we get 3 games. Wolf, what do we think of the draft here? Kyrie's on a Fanny. And I know, there's a bunch of fans out there that are rejoicing for the Fanny pick for Kyrie. I was hoping for the Barretts, man. I know he brought it up during their group stage games. And what do you think about this? How's this matchup work? The Fanny, the Hayabusa, but the rest of the compositions as well.
And when people say, when you start a sentence,
Masuk nggak sih?
Kyrie's Fanny, typically the response is say less. Right?
Suara gue masuk nggak?
Knows this hero so well. It's one of the best players to ever touch this hero.
Gue kagak lihat.
I'm legitimately scared for Team Falcons here. However, I think that Team Falcons have drafted well against it. They did not get a marksman, so they're not that dependent. They are answering Kyrie. That's the first blood. They are indeed prepared for it, Nice2. And
What
that's
is
the first
fear?
blood. Oh my goodness, this is pretty bad for Kyrie. Now they want more troll. Back on this Kalea has also been always bad against them.
Wah,
They're gonna get more.
salahan.
Not having the purple buff. He did take it, but he lost it thereafter. That is even more frustrating if you're a Fanny player.
Yeah, and they know he's going to be going to this orange. So look at the rotation here from Team Falcons. Are they actually going to go and pressure him here? Or is Boya just going to take this little camp? Okay, he does do just...
Suara.
buff protected here as well.
Aman bang, gue baru lihat aja.
But yeah, losing that purple buff early
Chatnya
on,
gue baru lihat.
that sucks for Fanny. Everybody that's played Fanny,
Yeah.
everybody that's played... we saw the Ling yesterday, by the way, and we had this discussion about the
Angka
Fanny and the Ling,
kembar.
and how equally that purple buff is so important for these heroes to make it work. But nonetheless, Kyrie's still going to play, still go with the rotation they're looking for. They might just give up this first turtle because they don't want to continue to fall behind. Now, gold-wise, it's nothing incredible for Team Falcons, but slowing down a Fanny, when a Fanny is opposing you, is one of the best things you can have in the early game, right? So Team Falcons, hopefully with that, they can continue to put pressure, especially now that Troll is level 4 in this Kalea. They can continue to put pressure where they choose. That's one of the great things about it. And if I can say something about Team Falcons, one of the games we've seen previously, Troll has done an amazing job with the roam role. Usually it's either the Kalea or the Cho picks that he picks up, and he's able to set things up really well for the rest of the team. Even so, this is super comfort for Boyet. Boyet's played the Hayabusa multiple times in Games of the Future alone, and it's worked really well for them. At times, he's able to go ahead and carry some of the momentum throughout the game where the rest of the team then shows up, that mid to late game here. So Team Falcons in a good position 3 minutes into this first game.
Super good position. They have stopped the onslaught of this Fanny coming up from Kyrie. The fact that Hayabusa is having a way better time compared to the Fanny, which will mean that the next 2 turtles will be in their favor easily. And they can even activate the heroes early on. What will happen is that the next following cycles of the purple buff or the entire buffs, they should be contesting. And if they are playing it correctly, if this Lujong, Esmeralda with the Kalea Farsa, this could be a very strong composition to take over the opposing purple buff. So you would expect that there will be a lot of wars between around that purple buff later on. Maybe even more than the turtle, because ONIC, I think that What they're gonna be trying to do now is to forego the turtle and get that one. Now initiation onto Keyboy. Very tanky AOG out. Gonna be safe. ONIC popping the revitalize. Yeah, and you would feel ONIC will not be contesting this turtle. They will focus on their purple buff. Team Falcons are giving it away though. It's gonna be a little bit of mercy here being shown by Team Falcons. But I think that they are more concerned about the upcoming turtle as they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, they wanted to make sure Boy got his, but they're fighting for it.
Oh, they are indeed fighting for it. ONIC actually starts this on now. The Jushin actually kills off the Kalea. Now it comes Boya. They really want to go for the Fender. There's like Boya takes the turtle. While Sanji in trouble in the middle of the fight. Now Kyrie dealing the damage right now. Casually going for the cables. Not the fastest you were seeing it. But what a nice lift up coming out from Sans. Forcing the flicker out from Sano. So far, Sans has been picking up the slack for ONIC.
Oh, are they still going? I think Keyboy's gonna be fine. With the pressure though up top, Kyrie jumps back in. Whoa! Okay, he takes it back for Boya.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I mean, you would not expect that for sure if you are Boyet. You're feeling very confident of the start that you've had. I understand why he was in that spot. He really wants to take away some of the green caps away from Carry because that's what you really do against the Fanny. You take away the purple buff, you take away the green caps. It doesn't matter if you kill off the Fanny or not. What matters more is you stop it from farming. And I think that could be the answer for Team Falcons. However, yep, it seems like Kid Boy and the other members of ONIC, they're prepared to defend Kyrie's farm.
Yeah, this is the thing, you know. For a bit, Boyet had a bit of a lead against Kyrie, but a couple fights will put him back in position where he needs to be, and that's one of the things you want to kind of keep track of, right? Team Falcons, like I said, playing that little bit of a lead game, it's now gone over. This next turtle that count that ONIC and contest that one, and some reason, Troll is able to go ahead and get a pick off. Again, we're seeing them play around here, and again, he's providing a lot of that for them, scouting things out on the Scattercontra, and you know, Troll's got to do the same thing, but far so good at the sides. I mean, Team Falcons slipping behind in the game. They're actually the momentum they're carrying on through fine. They don't have to press any of these fights just so much because again, when you're looking at the scaling that they have, and Esmeralda here, you need to build up. Oh, this turtle though. Yeah. This is what I'm saying. They're going to contend it.
They're going to contest it for now. Far too far away from the fight actually.
So far.
Want to really get a kill onto that one now. Points gets the turtle, but Skyler bursts down Sanji. Will get a kill on the troll as well. Now Team Falcons are being obliterated by the members of ONIC. Stop out from Sano. Coffin might run away. Indeed he will. But now Sano's getting lifted up. You want to try to fight this. Boy wants to go for it, but the stun from T-Boy and the ton as well. They are prepared for this. Boy wants to run away, but the damage from Skylar might be there. The flicker from Ludwig. The finish of the Hayabusa. Last hit, of course, was Skylar, which is the perfect scenario for ONIC. 3 kills for the gold laner. Just like that, ONIC are in control again.
Man, that's timed so well. You know, Skylar at 3-0 right now on that Harith. Great usage of just kind of juggling what they had for the main part here. And, you know, all that under a turret too, Wolf. You know, that's the thing. So, yeah, that gets him the Starlium Scythe, the Feather of Heaven. He's going to build into his next item. And the thing is like, again, with that early kill against Kyrie, he's fine. If you notice the way he's moving into these fights with the Blade of Hepsis plus that Malefic Roar, it's enough to go ahead and do quite a bit of damage to even the tankier heroes of Team Falcons, and then he lets the rest of the team clean up from that point. So for Team Falcons, again, they've really got to choose the battles here correctly. Troll on the Kalea can always go for one of these members. There's only one Purify over there, right? And that's on Skylar. But the main thing is if Troll goes in, chooses to actually initiate a fight, the follow-up has to be there. And unfortunately with this kind of lineup, if the feathered airstrike is off target and it's that far away like we just saw, you lose a ton of damage potential for a team fight, especially around an objective. So you don't want this Allure to go that same way that last turtle did. And it's 10 seconds away here. And you can see ONIC is going to go ahead and make this macro move. Not sure if Keyboy's actually going to jump in for this, just making sure things are okay. Lord spawns on the other side of the map. and they'll start to rotate up. So for Team Falcons, that's the big test ahead of them. Can they get the favorable positioning in this fight? Can they actually potentially pick someone off? Because even if you go, if they go for Skylar, they go for the Harith, and they are able to get the Purify out, that's one thing. They still have to follow through after that.
ONIC are moving as a unit. This 4-man squad from ONIC Philippines are just always yards away from each other to jump in from Troll. They want to go for this kill of the keyboard, but it's very tanky. Now Troll getting punched because of that. The jump, the stun of the Sano. They can lift him up afterwards, but now from the backlines, that is actually the jump from the Yuzhong to fend off the attack, allows Sano to get out of that fight. Already, Team Falcons have lost their roamer. They also have spent some of their battle spells in there. All the while, Keyboy and Lutpi gaining more ground. Zushin on the forward push as well. ONIC will just collect this Lord as Team Falcons have lost control of that part of the map, while Lutpi already setting up for a push up top.
Yep, tier 2 down, does the work there. And you see what I'm saying, Wolf? Like, Team Falcons, if they decide to go in a fight, and it's been Troll to lead that charge, most of the time his target is Keyboy. Like, he's grabbing Keyboy, right? So revitalizes pop, you do that, but then Troll is just gone so quickly because of this power spike that's been hit by ONIC early on. Holy Crystal now too for Skylar, so the damage throughput even more now. And so the answer for Team Falcons, once again, is to, who is that person going to be? Like, if they go for a pickoff, you could say goodbye to Troll. Troll's been mostly just, setting things up, but then dies. And unfortunately, you don't have, other than the Feathered Airstrike right now, you don't really have that much. Like, Sano, again, picking up the Esmeralda against the Harith makes sense, in terms of the matchup, but it's just not working here. The fact too that Boyet is on this Hayabusa, even if he goes into Shadow Kill, it's not enough damage to actually make ONIC worry, and it's just a case of the composition that Team Falcons brought to the table here. Even a Black Dragon form, which we usually see a big threat, it doesn't matter. He's even whittled down when he's in that form because of what ONIC is capable of doing. So right now with this lead, 5,000 gold, they do continue to take resources here from Team Falcons. They'll continue to focus down these tier 2 turrets in the mid and the bottom. But at least, if I could say the shining light here. Whoa, hold on.
No, that's the combo brace right into the AOG. Sanji got the melted down, and they want to go for Troll this time. Sans collects that kill. They get 2 just in the snap. Initiation coming up from Luthi with the flicker and the AOG to follow it up. My goodness, ONIC are explosive this time. Now they want more. Oh no. Sana jumps into the zone of Sans. This Jushin. You cannot do that against Sans, but fortunately he gets out. Skylar sees an opportunity in here, but he want to transfer into the middle. Saman forced to win it once again. The Fanny goes to the counter this time. Fanny, can he get a kill? No. Oh, yes, he will. Some damage still over out there to take down that Farsa. Now the wave clear is out for Team Falcons.
They're gonna find under this turret. Boy's just trying to clear this minion out so they can save this. Petrify used, but won't be able to get that bottom turret, potentially the top. What I was gonna say earlier before that initiation happened by Lutpi was one of the great things about Team Falcons, or one of the hopes of Team Falcons lineup, is the Feathered Airstrike clear ability. Like, you can clear out these minions, you can defend on the high ground with it. But you saw what happened, man. As soon as that Feathered Airstrike was used to clear that lane, ONIC was like, all right, they don't have that. Let's just fight them. And so that's the other thing. Cuffin even needs to be wary of how he uses that in those situations, because once it's down, again, you don't have a big portion of your damage profile. So they are going to actually, seems like they want to go for this.
Oh, but the counter AOG for that one, they did take on Lutpi. Now the Shadow Kill's not going to be enough to get the bonus kills. Skylar dancing over the Zaman Force. Troll is tanking for now, but he will eventually go down. Sano wants to take advantage of the shields, but 4 members of ONIC now onto this Esmeralda. It's taking a lot of time. Sano's surviving for this one. Flickers to the left onto Skylar. He might get a kill, but no, Skylar uses the wall. And now Sano getting lifted up. Sano survives all that. Well done coming up from the Esmeralda and almost taking out Skylar in the process. You think about it, that's a win for Team Falcons, as they did take out Lutfi in that clash.
Wolf, imagine if they weren't 8,000 gold behind, right? I know this is still going to be a Lord for ONIC unless Boyet is able to pull out a miracle. Now, Unbreakable.
Oh my goodness, a two-man Unbreakable converted a two-man meltdown. The Boyet with a Steamer MG. Kyrie will take him down with the retribution of all things. And now it's only out the Troll into Sano. Coffin is down for 24 seconds.
Oh, Troll's trying to delay this.
Defense Troll with the flicker out. Trying to delay things right now. It seems very difficult. Skylar fends him up with that Salmon Force committed. It seems like Team Falcons will last for another minute, a few more minutes now, as the Fanny will focus on taking this Lord.
Yeah, great choice there from Troll to delay that mid-wave to push in. So buys them enough time to go ahead and get back into the game. You know, everybody's up here, but man, again, you saw the health bars were just gone when they decided to go and fight. And ONIC, you know, with this lead, look at this. Look at their items, man. Again, even for Skylar, now with the Divine Glaive locked in, Kyrie picking up a Radiant Armor, right? He's already got the bases covered for physical with the Brute Force. Now he went with the Radiant Armor. You know, his whole job is just to kind of swoop in, do a little damage, and let the rest of the team shine from there. So now with this Lord in the mid, base turrets nearly down, bottom one to follow. Team Falcons down massively. Can they defend?
Two zone pops, the ultimate Boyet onto them. So both assassins onto the backline. Skyry, the first one to show himself. Troll catches free, but it comes Boyet. Oh, he does a Tsunami Slam on the T-Boy, but Sandy will fall. Now Kyrie onto the backline. He wants to go kill Troll, and he gets it. Oh, T-Boy, but Sandy will fall. Now Kyrie onto the backline. He wants to go kill Troll, and he gets it. Onto that far side is Lutpi. Now the Boyet is down, and the base is also in trouble. ONIC making quick work as well of Team of Falcons.
ONIC will take game one off of that ending triple for Kyrie on the Fanny. Again, after dying to the first blood, what an adjustment there, but tough one to see. You know, again, you know, the Team Falcons, they seem to have a game plan in mind. They weren't able to execute it, unfortunately. That lineup, that composition that they had here, just very difficult. And that's what I said. Yeah, it was great to see Sano go 1v4, 1v3, but he's just, again, you're down 8,000 gold. Let's throw it over to the panel, though, to break down a game one further.
ONIC Indonesia made a statement. ONIC came prepared, they came focused, and they are clearly not kidding around in this series. They did not give Team Falcon a chance on that game. Good?
Definitely, yeah. They didn't even give them a chance to breathe. You know, they immediately, you know, dominated and they devoured the entire team, and they devoured the buffs. They controlled the map, full control of the map, full control of the game. But that's what we were expecting from ONIC, anyways. You know, because this is usually ONIC. This is how ONIC plays. So they, you know, congrats for them. Not very surprised. You know, the typical ONIC, actually.
And I would just love to say that last kills by Kyrie.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was
On point.
intense.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's on point.
Fanny King.
He's the king of Fanny, exactly. You know, but I salute Team Falcons for holding the door. Actually, they were holding the door as much as they could. Wasn't very easy, but they kept on, you know, trying to survive, trying to actually hope for a change in the game, but it was kind of too late for them.
They were trying to hold it, soldier, as much as they can.
As for Team Falcons, they are trying to hold because they captured the 3 turtles, but they sacrifice a lot.
Yeah.
With it.
Yeah.
But Team ONIC knows how to trade with it. Like,
Yeah.
okay, we will give you the 3 turtles, but we will take another thing from your hand.
Exactly, exactly.
And looking at the numbers, soldier, we can
17-3.
see much difference.
Yeah, and overall the difference in of course the kills, the gold, the towers destroyed, Lord slain. Although Falcon actually has the upper hand in the turtle slain, but it wasn't a good actually bargain in that case. It was such a bad bargain because they got 3 turtles, but did not benefit whatsoever from them. Of course. A lot of actually, like, you know, Skylar played amazing, Keyboy played amazing, Kyrie played amazing. It's very hard actually to choose this match who would be the MVP.
I think it's going to be Skylar. Skylar for me.
I believe it's going to be Skylar, or it might be also Kyrie. So
Let's see.
Actually, it's
Wow.
none of them.
Sans.
It's Sans.
Proved us wrong.
Actually, Sans is the MVP. Sans he was playing with Zushin. He got 3 kills, 0 deaths, and 12 assists.
To be honest, when you see the kills between them, it's totally different.
Yeah.
But Team Falcons, they are trying to make as much damage, like from Farsa, from Yuzong. They are trying to defend their bases, but Team ONIC, they are not giving any chances for them.
Yeah, and the
They are
damage was
trying
not
to
enough.
targeting the damage dealer, targeting the carry, and they're not giving any simple mistakes.
Yeah, that is very true. And the damage was not enough. My comment before the match, I said the output, the damage output from Team Falcons, it's too low for their picks, and that's why they couldn't actually dish out that much damage to get kills on ONIC. So yeah.
I know I said that this is gonna be a clean series, but please let us give Team Falcons the benefit of the doubt.
Definitely. I still hope Team Falcons win. You know, I hope so. As I said, my mind says ONIC, but my heart says Falcons.
Of
Yeah,
course.
yeah. So,
But what do you think they can do to, come up on top for the game 2?
they need to go for better picks. The draft pick was the problem for Team Falcons. Their skills, they're very skilled players. They're very amazing players. They've been in the World Championship a couple of times, so we know that they're actually good. But they need to, fix their draft picks a little bit.
Yes, because we know what is on the line here. Remember, the stake here is the prize pool of $900,000.
During this tournament, we saw a lot of one-sided game in the first, but they shifted to like 2-1.
Yeah.
There's a lot like during the quarterfinals, during also the semifinals. So we are waiting until we will see the comeback from Team Falcons, and we will see like what is the announcer for their losses today.
Maybe Falcon will surprise us, because as we said earlier, this game really, this tournament just keeps on surprising us.
Yeah.
So maybe they have something up their sleeves.
Hopefully.
Okay, I think the teams are getting ready for the game 2. Let's wish both of them the lucks. We will be right back after this short break.
Abu Dhabi and UAE at the moment seems to be the epicenter of autonomous robotics and many other activities.
Running a business doesn't have to be complicated. At Solutions Plus, we provide a tailored combination of consulting, business process outsourcing, and technology solutions, from digital to finance, procurement, HR, ESG, and integrated facilities management. We take care of it all, letting you focus on success. Partner with Solutions Plus and take your business to the next level.
Health is the essence of who we are. M42 is a global health champion harnessing the power of artificial intelligence, technology and genomics to transform healthcare systems and ensure that everyone, everywhere, has access to the care they need. Our dedication to health knows no borders, and we serve with the belief that health is not a privilege. It is a universal right.
What if the spaces between us could disappear? And one move makes all the difference. Sometimes it feels like bonds growing stronger across any distance. When the spaces between us disappear, beautiful things happen.
car, health or home insurance? Don't waste hours calling around. At insurancemarket.ae, I bring you quotes from the UAE's top insurers in seconds. Compare, choose and buy instantly, all in one place. Over 200,000 policyholders already trust us with a 4.8-star rating. Join them today. Insurancemarket.ae, where insurance gets smarter. Insurancemarket.ae.
Energy is life. And today, life is happening in two worlds, physical and digital. In Abu Dhabi, where source energy powers innovation, a new kind of energy rises. An energy that unites worlds through intention and action. Where physical skills meet digital mastery and next generation of champions are born. This is where talent meets technology. Where strength meets strategy. Where energy amplifies through action and powers the future. The games of the future, powered by ADNOC.
welcome back to the quarterfinals of Games of the Future Abu Dhabi 2025, powered by ADNOC. Game 2 is starting right now, and we are heading straight into the ban phase. Soldier?
Wow. Interesting. Until now, we have game 2 for Team Falcons and ONIC. We are seeing a lot of meta bans, a lot of targeted bans. We are seeing Paxia also for Falcons. Now Falcons have the priority to choose the first one, also the ban first one. Because they have the blue side priority. Interesting. What do you think of these 4 bans until now?
For these 4 bans are very expected, but is Falcon going to leave Fanny again? That's the question. Are they going to leave it for? They are leaving Fanny for carry again. That's very interesting. That's very, very, very interesting. So just ban Lee Sun-Shin. Okay, yeah. Well, if they won the challenge, then they get the challenge.
Maybe now they know how to play around it. Because they tested in the first match, and they know how now they are prepared during the break.
But they shouldn't be taking risks.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Falcons is risk taker. During that, a lot of tournaments, they are risk takers.
But you know, right now they are playing for survival.
Interesting.
Maybe they have something on mind. Maybe Falcon has something else on mind. Maybe they have a plan. They have a ready draft. They know who to pick. So that's why, you know, whatever they're going to face, they are going to counter. I hope so, actually. You know, since actually Team Falcon are very, very, very skilled players, to be honest, and they deserve to win. So yeah, hopefully they would actually grab that win for the second match, so we can go to the third one.
For Sanji. I'm expecting maybe mid.
They're still going for Kalea, actually. They're going for Kalea. They don't want to take any risks that ONIC takes the Kalea, which is going to be much harder for them. So, yeah, they picked her instead. Very understandable. But right now we're waiting for Skylar and Kiboy to see who are they going to pick.
For ONIC, if they will go for Fanny straight away, that's maybe it will maybe 50% win for them. But still, Falcon, they can counter it easy.
But I don't think they're gonna pick Fanny in the beginning. It's a stretch, but yeah, it's possible, but it's a stretch. I believe they will focus on other lanes instead. I think they're going for the same lineup. Yeah, probably a same lineup. Slight changes to be honest. So let's see.
Maybe look, they secured Gat and Labu Labu. It's very perfect for them, because if they secured Labu Labu and Gat, the rest it's easy, because Gat and Labu Labu it's in the meta, and like a lot of times we are seeing in the ban. Oh, Yuran is again. Oh, interesting. Yuran's one ban. And Kimi. And Kalia, Kimi and Yuran is for Team Falcon.
But is actually Uranus going jungle, or is that a troll? So let's see. Are they going for the jungle phase or not? Let's see what's gonna happen in this match. Now it's Sans. Who is Sans going for? Is he going for Farsa this time, or is he going to pick another mage? Let's see.
I would like to see Farsa. Also, Yusinshin is
it's already banned.
Yuzong
is actually a choice, but why would they pick Yuzong if they have Lapu Lapu and Gacha? So there is no need for them to pick Yuzong right now.
Maybe they will choose for Farsa.
Yeah, they're actually going for a Farsa. Yeah, they're actually going for a Farsa. Yeah. But the previous game, I believe Falcon was playing with Farsa. Yeah, not ONIC.
Yeah.
ONIC was playing with the Zushin.
Farsa and Yuzong was for Falcon.
Yeah. Now it's the second ban phase. We're waiting for Curry to go for the ban. Who is he going to ban? Right now, I think we are still waiting for an XP laner and a gold laner.
Mereka masih pengen nyoba itu ya.
Look, for me, Team ONIC as a Farsa, I want to see like different playstyle than usual.
Yeah.
Because Farsa we saw a lot and during this tournament, but not with ONIC. Okay.
I've been waiting for too long.
It's a very understandable ban since they don't want Lapu Lapu and Gatot Kacha to actually
Get
melted, basically. Yeah. So they don't want that to
Bro.
happen. It will give them a hard time to join the fight. So yeah, they played it safe and they're like, okay, let's ban her. We don't want carry headache, in the match. So yeah, very understandable. Right now we're waiting for the last ban from Lutfi from ONIC.
But Team ONIC, they're depending on Gatugat and Lapu Lapu
Lutfi from
more
ONIC.
because they are trying to deny anti tanks and anything and be annoying for them.
Yeah, definitely. That's correct analysis from your side. But and it's also very easy for Lapu Lapu and Gatot Kacha to go backdoor, to target mages or target marksmen or target gold laners, squishy heroes basically. So yeah, it's a good choice for them, and they're very good at crowd control as well. So the last ban from ONIC was Fredrin, so this is going to be interesting actually. Now we're waiting for the last ban from Sano, from Team Falcon. Who do you think he's going to ban?
Maybe Harith.
Yeah. Harith. Yeah, Harith it's such a great man.
On the point.
Yeah.
But I want to ask you about Arlott ban. Why?
Probably because Arlott is such a great counter for Fanny, so they don't want that to happen in the second match. Fanny's counters are not that much heroes that can counter Fanny, so they wanted to, since they didn't ban Fanny, so they were like, okay, maybe they are actually planning to go for Arlott, so no, let's keep Arlott out of the game. Or maybe Kari is planning to go for another hero like Suyo, for example, because I know he's very good with Suyo.
At your service.
Interesting.
Ranger.
That's, for me, curious. I'm curious now. I want to see Granger, to be honest. Granger for ONIC.
I'm speechless. Is he going for a jungle Granger, or is he going gold lane and leaving the jungle role to
Akai and
Lutfi,
Moscow?
actually?
They're hovering on these both two. And they remove carry and they have another pick of Moscow for anti-tanks, and they can if they are comfortable with Moscow, it will be like some chances on their hands.
Probably yes. Now we're waiting for the last pick from ONIC, Lutfi. Is he going to play the jungle role, or did actually Kyrie pick Granger for Lutfi? Okay, Barat.
Long time.
Okay,
Wow.
so Barat is going to be the jungler for this match, and Skylar is actually playing with Granger, so they were actually picking for each other. So yeah, that's very, very nice of them.
Now the draft, it's equal for me. The picture, the puzzle, it was like missing piece, but now little equal for both, because there is Akai in the jungle and there is Baratis in the jungle.
It's not going to be an easy game, by the way, for both teams. It's not going to be an easy game. Yeah, it's not going to be an easy game because I see the damage output for both teams are actually almost equal, and the tankiness and the sustainability is also, and the survivability also is equal for both teams.
Yuraida.
The person,
001, welcome.
With the highest experience will show up right now.
You will go with who?
Welcome, Zuraida.
The heart or the mind?
Mind.
ONIC.
It's high.
ONIC Indonesia has the advantage after the game.
Welcome.
So the big question right now, are we gonna see a clean series, or Team Falcons is gonna prove us wrong?
Hopefully,
Masters,
hopefully.
take it
Halo Bang, hai. Gue kirain orang luar. Ternyata orang Indo ya.
Do or die right now for Team
Suaranya
Falcons
kegedean
going
nggak?
against ONIC from Indonesia, and it's been nice to with Wolf to bring it the action. Man, Wolf, I've been asking for this, man. I finally got it. It's my wish list for games in the future. I wanted to see the Barons come through. I know it was
Biar
played by
fokus
Kyrie
nontonnya
earlier
kita.
on in the group stage, and it had to be the longest game so far that we've had. I think it was a 31-minute game. And whoa, Troll 1 HP by the way. Flicker burned.
Skornya matiin karena udah ada di atas.
This is the interesting thing. This is what I wanted to pick your brain about this. The
Oke,
Barracks after the
Kiwi
buff from the
ngerusuh.
patch. Look at the emblem Kyrie's running with too.
ONIC versus itu apa?
Yeah, I guess
tim Falcons Mena.
It's very difficult for you to proc the ignition, Impurage.
Falconsnya Arab Saudi Mena. Kalau yang PH tadi udah menang lawan tim Spirit.
Because you don't have to really worry about your HP. All you want to do is make sure that you put your enemies low enough, you know? Be active in the map, that's what I'm trying to say. And now, speaking of being active, B-Boy and Sons got that
Bisa dibilang tuan rumah sih ya Mena soalnya. Ini di Riyadh lagi. Abu Dhabi.
Which is also, I would say, a stronger kind of duo. So it's going to be a lot of aggression coming up from Team Falcons as well as ONIC. The advantage that you get from the Barretts, because there was one time where it's like Baksha versus Frederick Barretts in Akai. Yeah. Akai counters.
Kairi, oh dia pakai barat ya. Baru ngeh gue.
The way that you cannot get stunned when you're casting Daytona.
Barat. Jadi junglernya jungler tank dua-duanya nih. Adil. Balance lah. Wah, di zoning sejauh itu. Wah, Sans. Wah, jauh banget dipukul mundurnya. Gila. Dapat dong. Nonton di itu. Apa? Game of Futures, Game of the Futures official. Ketik aja itu GOTF 2025 MOBA. Berapa skor nih? Nih skornya nih. Nah tuh skornya tuh. Di atas kelihatan nggak? Udah satu game nih.
It's the farming that's happening here too that's giving ONIC that bit of an advantage, you know, and you'll see that happen here time and time again, the way that they rotate around the map. Now, I do like this better for Team Falcons just in the sense that Sano is actually on a traditional marksman. We've been seeing them pop up more and more.
Kalau di sini ONIC menang, dia nanti ketemu itu sih Aurora PH.
But in this case, you know, they've got Sano on the Moskov. Moskov has been able to do really well so far.
RRQ udah pulang, Bang. RRQ kalah sama itu timnya Supercan. Supercan Heldora. Udah lama. Oh iya. Sorry, gue lagi fokus nonton jadi.
ONIC has to be careful about this because when it comes to late game scaling, they really have to depend on Skylar. They do have the Farsa though, so at least there is an additional way for them to do the damage. But if you're just gonna be focused,
ini fakta.
Farsa will not be enough as they take.
They just got the Sky Piercer too.
Ada fakta by REKT.
Yeah,
that's gonna be great for Skylar.
You just mentioned Skylar, and you know as soon as you mentioned him, he gets a kill. That was a setup there that they went for. I'm not sure why Team Falcons and Troll stayed around that area too, but yeah, early stack for Skylar to go ahead and build up with. Turtle's coming up, so they're going to rotate to this. Even Skylar himself will go there. Again, Sano can stay in that lane, join the fight if he lands the SRD.
Fokus nonton.
Decides he wants to. So right now they're fighting for the control. Key Boy playing up front. Sanji doing the same.
Sanji.
What the heck? SOD will not land as they have found Boyet. Could be an ambitious killer.
Gila. Gila. Kasian anjir. Di zoning sejauh itu.
This is once again kind of that same situation.
Sudah kalah udah tadi.
Can he jump? He can jump. Oh, he can.
Tadi kan gue juga restream tuh RRQ dan kaget juga sih tiba-tiba ya kan. Anjir, instant damage. Oke.
Yeah, Skylar.
Romer tukar Romer.
Did I see that correctly? The Hunter Strike all of a sudden now picked up by Skylar?
Yeah, so I think he
Unique.
rushed Skypiercer. Is
Ya,
what
semoga
happened, because
aja
he
bisa
had it
menang
before
lah.
he got the kill, so he got the stack. I believe that's the path he went. Yeah, so he had Skypiercer. Oh, a
Oke,
jump from Keyboy.
nabrak.
Coffin.
Sakit banget itu.
They might be able to push. Indeed, they will. 6 minutes into this game, they have already broken.
Padahal anu loh, imbang loh itu.
That's a great pickup coming out from ONIC. From ONIC in Indonesia.
Yeah, it's tough here because you know, across the map, Team Falcons doesn't seem to be doing too bad. Especially, you know, they got one of the turtles. They've been able to go ahead and make some moves across. Just they have the one turret down on bottom, but when it comes to these fights, they're not really able to synergize really well. And again, I was going to say this before that last fight broke out. Unfortunately for Troll, he's having the same experience. You know, from game 1 down to game 2, it's really difficult for him to actually get the tsunami slams they're looking for. Again, you have to work against 2 purifies. That's one thing. The other part is this: the Barretts from Kyrie. If he just decides to go ahead and Daytona's welcome Troll, it's almost an automatic kill. You're seeing the way he's playing into it. It sets things up so well with the feathered airstrike. They have control of this turtle, and Troll's just going to be zoned out. So I don't know if Team Falcons even wants to press this any further. Sanji will be fine. He'll be able to get away. But, you know, that's the thing. They're back in the... Okay. That was Troll.
Kyrie kind of missed it. Well, it was a difficult ultimate to get anyways. So it was in the middle of that pixel bush.
Ini jangan sampai late game udah jadi golden stop itu. Hai, pasti lu kepencet. Biasanya kepencet tuh. Ujui, di all in dong. Ya. Hah? Buset.
Sanji just chilling in the base, by the way, of ONIC, just cutting the waves.
Biasa itu apa? Uranus tanggil tuh gitu ya.
So he's doing work. That's literally what Sanji can do on this Uranus. Go ahead and cut those waves, get that turret down. They are going to get that top turret down by the work of Sanji, which is great.
Aman lah.
And if they continue to actually try to make plays like that, that all helps them.
Again,
they're just trying to catch up here. ONIC's still in the lead. They're still working with this 1,000+ lead at this point. But again, you know, Team Falcons has to do that. They have to be able to set things up
kalau
heavy spin or what
sampai late game susah sih. Moskopnya keburu jadi.
Or even the ultra late game where then Sano is online. Cuff will get there too. That's one thing that always happens with the Kimmy. You know, the scaling on it is really great. She's able to go ahead and provide the traction pulse, which will help them even further.
Tuh,
and eventually
baru aja gue omongin tuh kata casternya tuh.
Kind of be in the faces of everyone from ONIC, you know,
until again, kalau udah late game
comes through you. There's already a Dom Ice here for
udah susah.
They're building into majority of these second items right now. Even for Skylar, he's got the Malefic Roar, so he's got his 3 items locked in, plus the Rapid Boots. Lord is up though. So I'm wondering if with everything that's happened here in the past couple minutes, which hasn't been too much other than some pickoffs.
Kenapa yang ngedorong itu ya? Uranus ya?
Up top. Yep. He'll just throw the spear to join this fight. Where is Troll gonna go for?
Wah, Sanonya dilepas dong.
Sanji onto the lines of ONIC. B-Boy jumping to nothing at this point. San's gonna be cancelled.
Sanonya ngejoin.
There will be a kill. Daytona's welcome being charged.
Oke, reset.
Oh, Sano will get that turret.
Yeah, Sano will be able to push.
Yeah, dia nge-push.
It's gonna be good. So far, Team Falcons have won the macro battle as they have taken out the outer turrets, both into the top lane and into the bottom lane of ONIC.
Tuh dia tuh, mulai tuh.
Only got a kill onto Troll, which is, if you think about it, not that.
Mulai nge-push tuh Sano tuh.
I would say Team Falcons have won that exchange.
Yeah, Sano's still staying up there too. Lutby is there this time to kind of manage that wave. B-Boy goes in with the Unbreakable.
Kalah turret. Waduh, Skylarnya mati. Iya, mati. Ya. Dor. Satu momen tuh.
Massive win for Team Falcons, but they did lose their jungler.
2 tukar
Their
2.
gold laner, I mean,
Tapi
but they take out the core heroes from ONIC.
enggak
That's
itu,
the
enggak
jungler
worth it
and the
soalnya.
gold laner.
It's a
Boy with
great
10% HP. They
Kita
still wanna fight
core-nya
this.
mati
Oh no, the
dua-duanya.
Defenders like would not be come up with the unbreakable. Sanji
Ya,
sees
Keyboy.
that he can get a kill onto Keyboy. They stop the
Nggak
Feather
bisa,
airstrike.
itu nggak
Sans
bakal
has to
bisa
fly
ngelord ya.
away from this Uranus. Unfortunately for ONIC, they will have the flying clouds in their favor. Skylar is there. The Falcons also feels that way. Gonna have to get
Tuh
back.
kan, Sanjinya udah mulai ngeselin tuh.
Towards the top lane will be answered by Lutfi. Very smart for the Lapu-Lapu to be there, but now look at this Troll. Has the ultimate, has the
Udah
flicker,
susah
they can make a
matinya
play
itu.
up top. Lutfi has to be careful about this. He does not know.
Oh.
Troll,
Harus
there's the
Skylar.
jump, there's the snag. Do
Ya,
they have
Lutfi
enough?
lagi.
They have the
Dor.
damage. Lutfi still surviving for now. Bumps the bravest fighter. In comes
Anjing
Sans.
dibangun.
But the outplay coming up from Sano.
Nice.
Troll will be in the exchange. Lutfi survives that for God knows how. And now Sanji
Iya.
returning favor. ONIC wants to
Bocor
get
gitu.
that kill this time. Boyet mans the backlines. ONIC did not
Boyet.
see that. A little bit of maneuver come from
Iya.
Boyet. He sees Kyrie.
Lah?
Just knocks him
Si
out.
imun.
They find the Farsa, but Sans
Oke,
will just
oke.
pop the Purify this
Oke,
time.
no ulti.
They know ONIC, they can just reset. They know
Lance.
that the heavy spin is not there, not available.
Tadi pakai apa ya? Gua nggak lupa
Lutfi
ya.
is looking for that long lane defense. Up top, Sanji. Oh no, it's quite low. That's the Uranus.
Kayaknya tadi assassin deh game 1, gue lupa. Kena gigit lu. Wih, dia meja retri. Kyrie down. Oke. Satu tukar anjir. Satu tukar 2. Dapat Lord. Ya sih ada deh.
This Akai then pops the retribution, and ONIC will get the Lord because of that.
Jebol nih mid nih.
Oh man, that was probably the longest fight for like what the first Lord of the game.
Oh,
right
untung
there.
nggak tengah.
It's so funny to see that interaction between a Barrett, how he can just go ahead. Daytona's welcome the Akai, but the Akai can essentially kind of do the same thing if he's able to go ahead and get past that Daytona's welcome and push him away. So Lord was secured.
Ada troll.
Gila,
pecah langsung. Lutfi. Aduh, sayang banget. Wah, murid bener bentar lagi jadi deh. 10 nih biasanya. Pasep shutdown cuy.
But they did defend. Team Falcons
Tipis-tipis.
are really good at this when it comes to their re-engage. They might not have taken out the lead that ONIC has built, but they have survived. And that is what matters most here for the Moscow.
Yeah, that's great. Again, Team Falcons, despite, you know, that bit of a deficit they had against ONIC, they're able and capable of fighting against this lineup with this composition that they have. Like you mentioned, a big component to that was Cuffin's traction pulse. If they can get that, and it's a little difficult for ONIC to actually catch Cuffin too. Like if he has the flicker or not. Again, this mobility that Kimmy has is difficult to catch. Plus the Moskov, so it's like that's why Troll has died so many times, man. Because he's the target for ONIC, and Troll in a way, if you look at the stacks here for Skylar specifically, for Troll. If he dies at this point, it's not too bad. As if he's able to just get a Tsunami Slam or even the title strike or whatever he's able to do is his job as a player. You're going to expect him to die many more times, but it's more so giving that space for Sano and Cuffin to an extent to go ahead and make this work. You know, Boyet as well has been so good on the Akai, 3-0-5, using that heavy spin the way that he needs to. And you're looking at the items falling into place for them now too. Looking at Sano, completely online. I know there's a little bit of an advantage here for Skylar, but Sano is where
Trinity udah jadi, terus itu
he's
apa?
most likely going to have the wind nature
Lupa lagi nama
so he
itemnya.
has a little bit of that defense.
Pokoknya Sano katanya udah
That's why
online.
Cuffin's damage hurt so much. He's got his
Soalnya
divine
dia
glaive,
matinya satu.
the wings, and then the glowing wand. So
Skylar
it's all
matinya
good.
dua
It's all
ternyata.
stacked up. And you can see this with the build that Troll
Ya
has
kalau
too.
bisa nyulik itu
His
sih
job is
GG
just,
sih.
I want to get these tsunami slams off. I want to
Lompat,
get these abilities off.
gigit.
If I die.
Yeah, even when ONIC is leading by 1,000 kills, you can argue that there's a distinct advantage for Team Falcons, which is
Dipegangin bang.
because if you think about the gold laners,
Udah masuk late game nih, susah nih.
Kyrie as
Udah
well as
jadi
Boyd are
WON lagi.
essentially the same amount of farm. But Coffin has a little bit of an advantage over Suns. This is a DPS. But now,
Ano?
Lutpi wants to go for
Oke,
this.
WON-nya kepencet.
Stealing though, but Lutpi reaches
Anjing,
Troll trying his best to
tebel
control
banget.
this Lapu-Lapu, but they're
Lutpi.
trying to outplay this one. Look at that, another stun.
Ush.
Lutpi is surviving for now. And this is a 3
Wah, lagi battle di bawah juga.
Lutpi still surviving. Meanwhile, Kyrie
Lutpi.
looks for that ultimate onto Boy, and they
Gila,
want to
tebel
get this
banget.
retribution up. Who gets this? This
Oke,
is gonna be
dapat ward.
Kyrie. T-Boy now gonna be pinned down,
Lutpi
but
still
it comes the
2v1.
ultimate.
Mana itu?
Lutpi still winning the 2v1 out there. Kyrie is
Wah,
low, but
nggak
here
ente
comes
Lutpi.
Skylar to deal with damage.
Bonyok
Misses
lama-lama.
the bolts. And now the damage is there
Bang, gue
coming
mau
up for Skylar.
berhenti
Boy might be
nonton
in trouble
live,
because of
mau
this.
tidur. Oke.
And that's the shutdown indeed.
Oke, thank you,
Suns
Bang.
and Skylar combining to deal the
Juraida.
damage that they needed to take
Oke,
out Boy, and they also
selamat
take the
tidur
Lord.
lah.
And while that's happening, Lutpi
Thank you
just
sudah mampir.
had enough time, dude. He should not survive that long, but he did.
Wolf. Oh, no sense.
Waduh.
Purified. Oh, he's not getting away from that.
No
Good
purif.
layering there from Team Falcons, but I was gonna say
No,
Lutpi, the bravest fighter.
kagak
man,
bisa
2v1,
nge-end. Aduh.
But once again,
Nambah napas lagi nih.
yeah, but once again, it doesn't matter. This Lord results into basically nothing for ONIC. Team Falcons keeping it
Oke,
together.
nih
Let's look at the
replay.
replay here. All right, we got
Lutpinya nahan dari tadi
but
loh.
this is the Lord fight. Lutpi doing 2v1.
Oh, keyboardnya
Channeling that
kena
Lapu-Lapu right here.
puter.
Amazing that he's able to do that, but once again,
Oh,
because of the way this went,
flicker.
ONIC essentially doesn't get
Weird.
too much off the Lord take.
Weird.
And it was just a great way to go ahead and defend and make things work for Team Falcons. Staying into that game, you can see they're not getting what they want off these Lord takes.
Yeah. Seems like ONIC Indonesia or ONIC Esports with his Barretts, it's just so difficult to close out games already at the late game. Eventually, Team Falcons will have better scaling overall against ONIC. Not to say that ONIC doesn't have their late game prowess. I still feel like they can, but when it comes to like just the quality of heroes that they can give, Team Falcons with this Kimi, with this Moskov, definitely having the tools to deal with ONIC in this latter portions of the game. In fact, you can argue that this 1.4k lead of ONIC doesn't matter as much, especially because they haven't been able to push an inhibitor turret against Team Falcons. So this is such an even game up until this point, despite the fact that ONIC has led by, when it comes to the goal, they have led by 1,000, 2,000 for the longest time. It feels very even as of this moment.
I'll say the majority of the game has been very even. The way this is played. Whoa, keyboard jumping in. They just want this turret, I think.
Yeah, they actually forced the flicker to Sano. The feathered airstrike is not going to be used yet by Suns, but just the AOG is enough. The fact that Keyboy did not die, it's actually important here. Taking the purple buff, they will get it. All the while, Lutpi has been able to push. A little bit of war of attrition in there that ONIC won by a little bit, just because of the fact that they have taken on the turret.
Yeah, so again, it's those small things that kind of add up here. Oh, are they going to go for
Planning to
Sano?
go for display.
They know he doesn't have
that's-
flicker.
Yeah, that's right. And Sano, if you overstep here, it's gonna be difficult for you. They do have the sentry. Will not pop it just yet.
Yeah,
They have
he'll
shown
be okay.
themselves, yeah, he'll be okay.
Lutpi's gonna stay there. Look who's coming up there, too. Troll, just in case, So the senses of Team Falcons here are on point. Again, they know the timer for the flicker. It's still down for a whole minute. And so if they choose to make a play, and that's why you see ONIC trying to decide, do we actually want to make a play here for Sano? Because obviously if Sano's out of the picture, that's a big part of Team Falcons lineup gone. And so it's a stalemate for this Lord. Again, with this Lord being nearly at 20-minute mark, evolved, much stronger, much more difficult to take. And that's why you see this kind of positioning here from ONIC plus Team Falcons. Really undeciding that. So yeah, Sana, as long as that flickers up, he'll be fine. So they just want to delay for now.
Up the sentry up top to scout up where Lutpi is. 3 versus 3 upcoming in this Lord fight, Lord pit, or the Lord pit. Sans is far away as well as Lutpi. And you would understand why the Moskov is far away. You can just pop the SOD. That's a classic play anyways. Sun's gonna be scouted out by Troll. ONIC are just biding their time. They want to go to troll this time, but that's the feathered airstrike. At this point, though, that's just a 26-second cooldown, so it's to be okay.
Plus, I think he's taking purple, I think.
Probably.
Yeah, he should have it. I think they're still going to wait there patiently until they get the signal from the rest of ONIC. Right now, Team Falcons will fight.
Oh, the heavy spin committed very early on.
Wah, Skylar
the SOD onto Skylar. Skylar in trouble on Sano. Oh, Sano is going to be able to take out Skylar. And now Keeper might be next. Sano looking for a target to lift up those stuns. Is bursted down. 3 members of ONIC gone just like that. And seems like Team Falcons are just so clean with it. And it's all started by the SOD.
Wah,
a heavy spin.
Sama.
ONIC did not expect. Now they're pushing. They do have all the damage in the world. This is Kimi and Moskov. Lutpi and Keyboy, can they defend? So far, they have cleared out the bottom lane wave. Team Falcons will push in the middle. Sans is still so far out. 20 more seconds that they have to wait now. And 2 lanes of minions going in. There's a tsunami slam on it. Keyboy will not be able to defend. Lutpi, can you go up against 5? Looks like the answer is no. He's getting belted down, and that's it. Team Falcons for the 3rd time, or maybe 4th time. How many times have we seen these guys force a game at number 3?
Oh, Team Falcons off a 1 delayed Lord take, choose the fight. They gotta be proud of that one, Wolf. That took so much discipline from them to wait for those battle spells to be up, to wait for the right resources to be up, to join this fight.
Tuh kan, Moskopnya kalau udah jadi itu susah, udah late game dah.
That just caught ONIC off
guard
too, you know, and it was great Spear of Destruction, by the way, earlier on, that allowed Sano to go 1v1 against Skylar in the jungle there. So just great to see. We're going to throw it over to the panel to break down game 2.
Wow, wow, wow. Surprises are coming. I did not expect that one from happening. I have no words. No words. Soldier?
To be honest, little bit I was predicted because Team Falcons, sometimes they are giving one chance. Let's test what's going on. And if we will lose, this is our mistake. But if we win, this is another chance we are making. So they won the second match. It was a close game for both. Sometimes like they are winning in the beginning, but Team Falcons they are like
dua tim Indo pulang kan
focus in the game. They know how to minimize the little mistakes they are doing in the first.
That is very true, actually. Congratulations to Team Falcons for this win. They had amazing control over the game from the beginning of the match until the end. It was actually not very easy for them, but they managed to actually get the win by their patience, by their planning. They were very, calm while they were playing. They were very strategic. They didn't get emotional, and that's what we got from them. That's the win that we got for Team Falcons. So I'm very, very, very proud of them to win a match against ONIC.
And I know both of your hearts are happy right now.
Yeah, definitely, definitely, yes.
To be honest, the element of psychological thing happens, plays a good role here for Team Falcons. They lost the first game versus a great team, but they didn't surrender easily.
Yes.
They fight again and again, and they won the second game. And we will go for game 3. As we can see, the leaderboard is saying a lot because there is a lot of Team Falcons. They are MVPs during this game.
Actually, yeah, it's very hard to choose who is the MVP for this match because all of them, they did a great job, a wonderful job. Maybe Sano would be the MVP, or Cuffin in that case, or maybe someone else. Maybe
I think Sano. I'm betting on Sano.
Maybe it's Sano or Cuffin or Boyet.
Showed us a good game.
Yeah, 3 of them. Actually, Akai did a wonderful job. He was protecting his team with all he got. Boyet was actually such a team player this match, and he was actually forcing ONIC to disengage fights that they wanted to go for. So kudos to Team Falcon for this win. As we can see, the scores, the gold was very close, towers destroyed were close, ONIC actually had the upper hand in the Lord's lane and the Turtle's lane, but in the end, Falcon, with their patience and their calmness and their strategic playing, they got the win.
And that was a long fight?
Yeah.
21 minutes.
Yes, it was such a long fight. It needed a lot of patience, and that's what they got for their patience.
And this is not really what I expected. But I am really happy that Falcon won, because we give them the benefit of the doubt, and they proved us wrong.
Yes, definitely. As we can see, Troll is the actual MVP with Kalea with 1 kill, 7 deaths, and 9 assists.
To be honest, he deserved it because in the game he played a very good role. Like during the game, during the team fights, he was disengaging. He was sometimes initiating the fights.
Yeah.
Because Team Falcons was in this game was focusing on the early fights more than like mid game. Because early fights sometimes they're giving you the priority to having more items, more gold, more advantage, and more like focusing on the map, and you can control the map easier.
That is very true.
And you know, for the last game of this series, I think they're still gonna give us a good fight.
Hopefully,
For
yes.
sure it's gonna be a good fight.
I'm very excited for the last match. The last match is gonna be on fire because Team Falcons right now, they have very high spirits, and ONIC, they want to prove themselves that they actually deserve to win. So it's not going to be easy for both teams, and both of them, they want to actually win. So,
and you know, after a loss like this, since on the first game, ONIC wins, and then now it's Team Falcons, mentally right now, how does ONIC feels, you know?
To be
because
honest,
everyone is expecting them.
I want Team Falcons and Team ONIC, they need to focus again. Like, just forget what happened in the past.
To reset.
Just reset your settings in your brain cells come back, and you'll like both teams will do really good in the last game. Because it will like one mistake you will fall apart. So just count it really good.
Yes. I
Really,
agree.
there are lots of surprises. So I just cannot wait for Game 3. We will be right back after a short break with Game 3 on the way. See you guys.
Abu Dhabi and UAE at the moment seems to be the epicenter of autonomous, robotics, and many other activities.
Dulu 10 menit.
Running a business doesn't have to be complicated. At Solutions Plus, we provide a tailored combination of consulting, business process outsourcing, and technology solutions, from digital to finance, procurement, HR, ESG, and integrated facilities management. We take care of it all, letting you focus on success. Partner with Solutions Plus and take your business to the next level.
Health is the essence of who we are. M42 is a global health champion harnessing the power of artificial intelligence, technology and genomics to transform healthcare systems and ensure that everyone, everywhere, has access to the care they need. Our dedication to health knows no borders, and we serve with the belief that health is not a privilege. It is a universal right.
What if the spaces between us could disappear, and one move makes all the difference? Sometimes it feels like bonds growing stronger across any distance. When the spaces between us disappear, beautiful things happen.
Looking Looking for car, health or home insurance? Don't waste hours calling around. At insurancemarket.ae, I bring you quotes from the UAE's top insurers in seconds. Compare, choose and buy instantly, all in one place. Over 200,000 policyholders already trust us with a 4.8 star rating. Join them today. Insurancemarket.ae, where insurance gets smarter. Insurancemarket.ae.
Energy is life. And today, life is happening in two worlds, physical and digital. In Abu Dhabi, where source energy powers innovation, a new kind of energy rises. An energy that unites worlds through intention and action. Where physical skills meet digital mastery, and next generation of champions are born. This is where talent meets technology. Where strength meets strategy. Where energy amplifies through action and powers the future. The games of the future, powered by ADNOC.
Lobang dapat tuh Jasmine Andini Putri, ya welcome. Namanya cewek ya PP, ada apa? Welcome dah, welcome. Masih 1 menit. Masih lama. Apa itu? Lu ngetik apaan dah? Jangan rese ya. Apa nih? Aku
This is it. Game 3. Welcome back to the quarterfinals of Games of the Future Abu Dhabi 2025, powered by ADNOC. This is one final game to decide who moves on to the semifinals. Once again, ONIC Indonesia versus Team Falcons. Who do we think is going to come up on top of this? And the bans are underway.
As we can see right now, of course, from ONIC, we have 3 bans already made, which is Fredrin, Uranus, and Eve. And from Team Falcon, we have Zushin, Basha, and Lancelot.
For Team Falcons, Zushin, Baxia, and Lancelot, it's very good against ONIC. It's meta ban until now. But Eve, Uranus, and wow, the last one,
Fredrin. Yeah, actually, as you can see, Uranus might be the only target ban. Actually, yeah, it's the only target ban right now because Uranus, the previous match, was very annoying, extremely annoying, actually. So they're like, no, we don't want to deal with that anymore.
They will deny it. Better.
Yeah. So we can see, they're going for YSS. YSS as a first pick. That's actually such a great choice, of course, from Skylar, but I believe he's going to pass it on to Kyrie.
Now, Adham, the mistakes will count. Now, the last game, 1-1. So the team is playing in the safe mood. They are going with the safe picks more. Like Yusin Shin as a first pick, as a jungler. It's better to choose and just lock in. Kalia. And Lapu Lapu?
Yeah, Kalea and Lapu Lapu. There might be Lapu Lapu. We have a lock on Kalea already, and we have a lock on Lapu Lapu. So this is going to be actually interesting. As we know, both teams, they are aware that there is $900,000 on the stake right now. So yeah, they're gonna give it their all right now.
They're gonna make it hard.
Yeah, they're not gonna play right now. Yes. They're not gonna take it easy. They're going full on because it's a lot of money.
Both of them under pressure.
Yeah, definitely.
Timmy and Garuga.
We're kind of actually seeing that they're switching roles a little bit since the previous game. Kimmy was with actually Team Falcon. Right now, ONIC is like, no, we're taking it this time. Give us a chance to play Kimmy this time. So to show you how to actually play with Kimmy. But Kimmy, the previous match was actually amazing as well. So yeah. But let's see how good ONIC will do with Kimmy.
Do you think Fanny we will see it in the last game?
I don't think so because Kyrie already took YSS. Boyd, of course, went for Farsa. But I believe, do you think Falcon would go for Fanny this time?
Maybe. That's what I want to predict.
Challenge Kyrie face to face. You know,
wow, Fanny King.
So who is the king?
Yeah. Maybe they might do that.
Who wants to be the king?
We will know if they're actually going for a for a Fanny pick after, of course, the second phase of the ban, where actually the first ban in the second phase is going to be clothed. Right now, we're waiting for Kyrie to ban Carry. So Kyrie is banning Carry.
Wow.
Maybe we'll see Moscow. Maybe we'll see Paratis as the last game. Akai. No.
Maybe Akai.
Yeah.
Maybe Akai from Team Falcon. Maybe.
Also Grok. It's open.
Grok is open. Probably it's the last card that ONIC would go for. Since they still can go for
Xborg still. Harith.
Harith is still open. Xborg is still open, yes. Harith is not
out.
Not anymore. Thank you so much, Soldier.
No need to mention.
Actually, yeah, Harris is such a fun hero to watch, but unfortunately, we're not going to see him in this match. Right now, we're waiting for the last ban from, of course, ONIC. I believe they would go for a jungler ban. Yep, they did go for a jungler ban, which was Akai, another annoying jungler. So let's see who is Sano going to pick for Team Falcon.
Until now, we are seeing the same picks as for the last games, but changing some rules.
Maybe.
Because Kimi was in the with Falcon's hand. Now Kimi with the
Farza, it was ONIC earlier, and now back to Falcon.
Yeah.
They're just changing it up a bit.
And as we can see right now, the coach is giving instructions to Falcon. So we're seeing Ranger with Team Falcon.
Interesting.
So yeah, kudos to the coach on this pick. It's not going to be easy, of course, but if Granger is well fed, then yeah, wow.
He told him, choose Granger, don't be scared, choose Granger.
Exactly.
Be a strong.
Be a man. Choose Granger.
Esmeralda and Yuzong.
Esmeralda and Yuzong. This is going to be very, very, very hard for Falcon right now. We have a world of crowd control and
Hayabusa.
Burst damage, actually.
Wow.
Hayabusa as a last pick, that's...
Choose it. Don't be scared. Risk it for the risk.
Go for Fanny.
Scratch and win.
Go for Fanny. Is he going for Hayabusa, or is he going to change his mind in the last minute? The coach is speaking with them, you know, giving them instructions. Are you guys sure you're going for Hayabusa? Are you guys sure you're going to go for it?
Are you confident with it?
Yep. Are you going to get this win? And they said, yes, we're going to get this win. So, Hayabusa is the last pick for Team Falcon. This is going to be an interesting match. There is a balance in the damage output. Slightly more damage output from Team Falcon than ONIC, but ONIC has more survivability and sustainability than Team Falcon. So we're going to see what's going to happen in the match.
I really like Falcon's rush more than ONIC, but ONIC, I think they will focus on mid-late game. Objectives more.
Yes, that is true.
Okay, I think that's it from us. Strategies are locked in. This is Game 3 quarterfinals. Final game of the day. Casters, take it away.
And once again, for the last time for today, welcome everybody here to the stream and watching over there live in Abu Dhabi. It's Games of the Future 2025 MLBB, and it's down to one game in this quarterfinal match between ONIC from Indonesia versus Team Falcons. Game 2, hey man, Team Falcons surprised us, Wolf. I would say, you know, that was a phenomenal game for them. But now we've gone to drafts that are a little more standard for Game 3. Even on both sides, it's something we've seen a whole lot of. You know, these picks are the current meta for the most part, basically. And it's just funny because through this series alone, you've seen very different shades on both sides, right? But now to this, it's basically a balanced composition of let's see who executes better in this fashion. Yes, you have potential to start faster than the other, I think, on both sides. But, you know, for the most part, it's Boyet's best pick that he's performed with so far. It's Trolls. He's played back-to-back to Kalea games, man. Cuffin on the Farsa. You know, and the same can be said over here for ONIC. You've seen these guys essentially play these heroes time and time again. You know, and Skylar even going with the Esmeralda against the Granger and the Gold Link.
Someone like, if you're ONIC as well as Team Falcons, at least you played a good hero in your last game, potentially your last game, no matter what happens. Sun's already taking some, you know, zoning out copy. I think he's able to deny at least 1 or 2 minions away from that Farsa, which is going to be instrumental in them getting Eternal One advantage.
Oh, Ludpi.
Shy, since it's enough, Ludpi takes out Sanji. So that best usage of the Petrify. And you would think that that's not a possible way to do it if you're Yu Zhong, especially under the outer threat enemy shields. But yeah. Seems like Ludpi has played this hero way too much and we knew the limits in Zero.
It's always the thing about the Yuzhong, man. One of the best laners to go 1v1 against, you know, usually has the advantage in a lot of matchups. And that Petrify, I mean, there's not too many heroes that can do that, right? Fighting under the turret with those shields like that. So a great start for Ludpi. They're still going to go ahead and start up this turtle, though. Look at the positioning here from Team Falcons, though.
Ludpi avoided that gank coming out from Team Falcons, and he knew that because of that first blood, it's going to be easier for him to get to level 4. Just because of that read coming out from ONIC, it kind of wasted the time of Team Falcons. Coffin is not level 4, Troll is not as well, whereas ONIC, they have taken that turtle just like that. What a great maneuver and the hard read from now from ONIC. But now Keyboy in trouble. As the AOG, how many times have we seen this, man? Keyboy is just baiting out some commitments from his opponents.
Yeah, with that, I mean, there hasn't been too much happening here, but because of the way that the rotations have gone, look at the lead that ONIC has been able to build already. Again, it's only one kill on the board from Luffy earlier in the first blood, but because of, you know, the gold from the turrets are being taken here, the way they're moving around the map, the objective, of course, Team Falcons will find themselves at an early game disadvantage. That's not too bad because this lineup allows them to go ahead and actually have some pretty good skirmishes now that the level 4s are available. That again is usually between, oh, Tsunami Slam actually in the mid.
You know, the Keyboy, no AOG during that moment, and that.
As I was saying, you know, those level 4s.
Yeah, so important.
The Tsunami Slam with the Feathered Airstrike early game potential is just massive. You throw in Boyet on this comfortable pick of the Hayabusa, it's almost a guaranteed kill if they're able to get it. Again, eventually, you know, these Purifies are going to come into play. Troll's job will be much harder in the mid game towards the late game, just like we saw before. So you might as well capitalize on having that available to you right now. 20 seconds away from this turtle to come up. ONIC obviously still with this bit of a lead, not losing too much if Keyboy is the one to go down here. And so they'll get in position. Boyet will go ahead and grab his buff. Kyrie is going to go ahead and wait for some information plus the rotation for the rest of the team to come through. Again, the YSS a little bit susceptible to this lineup, so he's got to be really careful about his positioning, but they're going to go here on the bottom side.
Yeah, because the Tsunami Slam won't forget AOG far too late. Good feed down for the count. Kyrie in exchange will get the kill in control. Want to kill Sandy? No, they will just focus on Crab. And eventually, they'll be able to take this Turlo. But what is with the retribution? So maybe ONIC will not be interested in taking this one just yet. However, I think the timing might be just off. Or it might just play this himself unless Keyboy
going to delay him, I guess.
So far,
or try to, anyway.
Try to delay him. In comes the Yuzhong with the ultimate from out of nowhere. Looking for a target this time, but it's just more for zone out. The Squad Shadows has been prepped up. Kyrie is here, but he was stunned up. Sanji takes this turtle for himself, and Kyrie is down. Now Keyboy with a taunt to punish Coffin as well as Sanji, but I think the Team Falcons are very much happy with whatever happened in there. Boyan has to run away from Luffy. Very tanky. Sanji can kill Troll. Yes, he can. I don't know if that's glowing one that he was able to.
Yeah.
Wow, that was very early to get that item.
We're going to see the item. Oh, it is.
There it is.
Yeah. The glowing wand. Man, just enough. Just literally enough to take that kill there. But yeah, it was unfortunate for Kyrie. He wasn't able to get the retribution off at the right time. I know he used it, but just the turtle was secured for Team Falcons, which is great for them because they still have so much grounds to cover. You know, and this lead that ONIC has will continue to build up. It's spread out pretty well, too. The fact that Sans has the 2 kills and the one that he just got him this bit of an advantage is kind of troubling because, again, with a Kimmy, naturally you're thinking, you know, late game, she's going to be a bit more of a menace, but now that you're scaling up earlier than you normally would, the traction pulse isn't the only thing that you have to watch out for if you're Team Falcons, right? So we'll see what Sans is able to do, and now with this bit of a lead against Coffin, who, you know, the Feathered Airstrikes have been there, but it hasn't been as valuable just yet. So Coffin's positioning needs to be kind of fixed here a bit for Team Falcons, and we'll see if they're actually able to convert anything here for now. But both teams still trying to work on some of these tier 1 turrets. It's only that one turret down that Loopy got. He's still on that bottom side, but it looks like ONIC might go ahead and start to put some pressure to open up the map up here on the top side.
You gotta take note that there are important items that the Falcons have picked up as well. The freaking time for Troll, which will mean that the Tsunami Slam will be more active. They utilize more. Skyler picks up almost 7 minutes in. You can expect him to have more items marching that. Prioritizing the Oracle over the Enchanted Talisman is going to be great for ONIC because that means that they can have someone to knife for their team. Sano gets out. I really want to see the items. If Skylar has both Enchanted Talisman as well as the Oracle at 7 minutes, that's such a big time. He does have it.
He does.
Wow.
Yeah.
4.8k as of this moment.
He's been farming like crazy, man.
Yeah.
You know, and against the Granger too, against Sano here. He said the whole plan was to go ahead and grab that objective. Now they're going to get the tier 1 turret down. It just seems like Team Falcons is a little more passive right now. And maybe that's part of the game plan to allow Sano to get to where he needs to be. I know he's got the 2 items already, Hunter Strike and Sky Piercer, but as you know with the Grangers, you need a little more time to cook there. But they're going to force it in the mid.
Force it in the mid. Indeed, there is the Dragon Form going to be used. Sanji Lapu-Lapu is not getting any mark. In fact, he will be taken out because of the damage out of the Esmeralda. Lupi was there to kind of cut off any reinforcements coming out from Team Falcons, and ONIC will just get a clean kill onto Sanji. They will try to push this mid lane as well. So sliver away tree for this turret. I think that they will be able to take them down.
Yeah, it's going to be very easy for them to get T-Boy charging up here. Team Falcons will do everything they can to hold on to it, though, so that they do. It's inevitable for this turret to go down eventually because they got to deal with the rest of the map, and that's what I was saying. You know, Team Falcons is a bit passive right now. It's purely playing around Troll, and that is pretty difficult position to be in if you're Troll, because especially when your flicker is down, you know you got to rely on the rest of your kit there to get these tsunami slams off, the tidal strikes and whatnot, and so it's pretty tough because really no one else is able to do it just yet. It is, oh no, Troll.
Good info that they got from here. Troll is not the target. I think they want to get the Granger this time. Sano will try his best to get out. Gets a turret actually. Flickers out there. And try to outplay Kyrie in here, but with so much members of ONIC. Okay.
Good space.
Colornya jatuh. Colornya tumbang.
Yeah, he's still going. Eventually we'll get the dash. That's the not that we used.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, the cancel!
No.
They cancel it
Oh,
out!
cancel,
And now
yeah.
he misses!
Oh
Sano escaping death from the bottom lane up to the top, coast to coast, and now Team Falcons know they have the advantage. Now the Lord setup is there. Sun going in for Sun. Sun has to pop the Purify for that one. Kyrie with the ultimate. Okay, they want to jump into that. It's about the Kyrie! And now he's taken out. That's a force of dealing the damage. Now Lupi tries his best to take out someone from Team Falcons. Sans. He don't want to close off a kill out to Troll. Sanji taking out Skylar. His streetball. Buoyant is down. Sano will be chased down by Skylar while Sanji tries his best to avoid Lupi. But he aids them now. Sano and escaped death once more. Sano takes out the Lord. And ONIC already losing that fight, but have found an opening. Skylar forces the flicker out. Sano, oh, he's taken out. Barca with the ultimate. He's trying to get away. He gets away. ONIC, oh my goodness. Miraculously won that team fight.
Fancy feet, Skylar, man. The bomb, the weave. And what was that fight? It started by chasing Troll, then going to Sano. Sano went around, all the way around the world, basically, to the Lord, to nearly it being lost to Team Falcons because Kyrie was taken out with the Tsunami Slam and the setup from Sanji. And luckily, the rest of ONIC was able to get there in time to secure the Lord because, man, was that a crazy extended fight. I think we go for Boyet.
Boyet, he was so much damage, he couldn't pop the ultimate. ONIC played that perfectly. Team Falcons have lost their team. They gotta have to rally around this top lane, or maybe just give it up. Just defend from their base. They eventually will have the Holy Shields anyways. It's just 11 minutes, 30 seconds. It just allow that to clear out the minion wave for them. It will be the case. Gotta have to wait for Boyd for now. ONIC are just happy with the results of the first 11 minutes of the game.
Yeah, well, I think it was one of those situations where, you know, Team Falcons saw a bit of that hope. Again, they've been down thousands of gold throughout this whole match, and then they saw a moment there where they potentially had it, but then with ONIC adjusting the play, securing the Lord, it kind of, you know, was a demoralizing for them a little bit, but they can still adjust from this. I know 7,000 gold. That's a lot of ground to cover here if you're Team Falcons, but you can't count them out just yet. We've seen games turn around before. We've seen games go 30 minutes here in the Games of the Future. So Team Falcons, as long as they're able to stay focused in on how they can turn this around, And once again, it usually falls on those shoulders of the gold laners, you know, getting the space to work with. Sano has the items he needs. Taking a look at him right now, he's got the Malefic Roar working on his next. You know, the damage output. Same thing with the Cuffin. Like, Cuffin just needs a little more time. He's got this Glowing Wand of Divine Glaive. They're able to go ahead and cover that, but they're too far behind collectively as a team right now. And the only way to solve that problem is for Team Falcons to kind of buckle in and get ready to defend. Their defense is great. So this kind of lineup should keep them into this game for the minutes that they need. That's one of the big things here. They don't want to get caught into a situation where they're scrambling to get a pick off and then they get collapsed on and they lose a team fight entirely. This next Lord coming up, though, it seems like they want to contest it, and that could be a little too risky. It might be better off just defending in the base, but with your tournament life on the line, do you risk it? Do you go for it? That's what Team Falcons is trying to decide here. Skylar will push out Sanji as the rest of ONIC will start up this Lord. Cuffin was going to go handle these waves, but they're going to force this one. Troll could be in trouble. Flickers defensively. A little disconnected here.
Sanji will be on. And now AOG. Troll is going to get caught because of that. They want to get a kill of this one. Tsunami Snap defense could be Troll. Be able to get out.
Troll's still alive.
And they let go of that Lord. But nobody died for Team Falcons as well as ONIC. However, ultimate's committed as well as battle spells. I think this is the moment where if you're Team Falcons, you say, yeah, let's just give it up. Be waiting for 11 seconds. Yeah, they will get it. So we're going to be waiting for more. I think the idea here is you delay the Lord spawn so that the ultimate coming out from Lutpi will be available as well as the AOG. So this is the prep work that ONIC is doing now up against Team Falcons.
This shows us too, you know, throughout the series, Wolf, that even with big leads, like thousands of golds of worth of a lead, there's still the potential chance that a team can like turn that fight around, you know, and it really just depends on the lineups that are in play, but also the execution of Team Falcons here in that case. A big part of it, though, is if you're playing with this kind of lineup that does have a good high ground defense, good clearing capabilities, is getting the most use out of what they have. That being, in this case, also Cuffin's Feathered Airstrike, being able to clear out what they have. If they use the Shotgun, Attraction Pulse already thrown out. Oh, Black Dragon Form.
Feathered Airstrike for the defense, but the device there, AOG to follow. Now the Farsa is just knocked up in the air many times and he's taken out. Now they want to go for Sanji. Sanji gets out of there. Troll trying to save what he can. And Boyet will not be able to get any kill out of that. But they did take out two.
Just going to go for mid.
Gonna go for mid for now. If anything, Team Falcons are happy with this. It's a 1-for-2 trade-off. I thought that Boyet wasn't able to get any value of the ultimate, but apparently they got two.
Exactly what I was talking about, man. You know, it doesn't matter if they're down 8,000 gold with this kind of composition. They're actually in a good position to defend. And they can do it again as they go, and even if it's the next Lord. Now, if it's delayed and it's an evolved Lord, might be a little bit more difficult. Traction Pulse?
Oh no, Skyler has to be careful about this. Nothing is alive. That's the ultimate. Now they're being locked up. Now Sanji gonna be punished as he overextends in front of Kyrie. Kyrie and Suns are prepared for that. And Skyler just acted as a bait. Team Falcons didn't connect completely well. That's why they have the Sanji, but they want more. Oh, the Purify might not be able to save it, but Kyrie's there to save the day. Boyet is going to be punished. Oh my, Kyrie peeled for Suns. That was a great play coming out from the Sky King. And they want to push this mid lane now. It's going to be the Feathered Airstrike. Saving the day as well for Team Falcons. Tsunami summons the Esmeralda. Skylar is alive for now. Suns going to be there to threaten the members of Team Falcons. ONIC will claim the kill onto the turret down the bottom lane. How about that play from the Sky King, Kyrie?
Great from Kyrie, but again, I got to give it up for Team Falcons. They tried to make something happen, and in this scenario, Wolf, sometimes they have to do that. If they try to make a miracle play, then and you're down 10,000 gold, there's only specific things that you're able to do to turn this game around. That could have been one of them. So you can't discredit that attempt. They are going to go ahead and face off against this lower take. It's being quickly worked on, but keep an eye on Troll. He's got the flicker available. ONIC knows it too. Like, they respect the potential here that Team Falcons lineup actually has with this, and it could quickly go wrong here. Troll waiting patiently.
Good.
Honestly, go ahead and start this up once again. Troll is such a big piece to this puzzle for Team Falcons to potentially turn it around. ONIC has to spot this out. That's why they're staying on this side of the brush too. Gotta hold the Lord. They're gonna jump in.
They're gonna jump in indeed. Now everybody's being seen because the mounting shocker Sanji does not have the ultimate anymore. And so does Ludwig. The Petrify combo is there. No kills just yet. And then comes the Feathered Airstrike, also not gonna be as effective as you would think. Team Falcons has to mind their minion wave. Now there's gonna be a Tsunami Slam out of there. Patrol to get out. Will get out of harm's way. Coffin. His ultimate is gonna be back up soon, but Kyrie has already worked onto that Lord quietly, as the rest of ONIC were just able to zone out the members of Team Falcons, keep them busy. Although while Kyrie was able to get that Lord.
Yeah, they just had to wall them off again with Team Falcons utilizing some of their ultimates before that fight even broke out. ONIC knew they had the advantage, and that's why they were able to go ahead and just play zone with that. So this is an evolved Lord getting ready to go towards this base here. And this is what I was saying for Team Falcons. It's a huge obstacle to see if they've gotten enough time. Again, they've been down thousands of gold for minutes, and they've bought themselves 5 or 6 minutes to this point. Great job utilizing this composition to stay in the game. They are going to have to deal with this push in though, losing their base turrets here. Can they stay in a Feathered Airstrike drop down?
Not gonna initiate into that. They're just gonna be waiting for the Lord. Sanji into the front lines. Here comes the Sky, this ultimate. Yuzhong Sanji is out now on the back lines. Could be enough to the Barca. Coffin down. That's the way clear out. In comes the fight. The shadow kill. Not gonna be enough for now. And they can kill the Troll. And even Sando falls. Everybody drops dead. And now it's ONIC to advance to the semifinals.
Took them a little bit longer to end that game, but ONIC will make it happen. Heading to the semifinals, and Team Falcons showing fight, showing grit to stay in that game for as long as they could, despite being down at the thousands of gold that they were. But a phenomenal performance through their run here at Games of the Future 2025 at Abu Dhabi. Team Falcons definitely one of the teams that has continued to improve from every international they've performed in. But ONIC, once again, just one of the powerhouses of MLBB esports, and they continue to show it. You know, with these compositions, Wolf, it was a bit difficult to make it work, but at the end of the day, the best team with the least amount of mistakes will make it happen. Let's throw it over on stage to hear for our winner's interview.
Officially the last team to qualify into the semifinals of the MLBB competition right here at the Games of the Future. Kyrie, come over here. I heard that you are the most talkative person and you have the biggest fan base here in Abu Dhabi. People absolutely love you. What would you say, Kyrie, is the thing that helped you guys the most, although you fell through in the second round, but what helped you the most to win this match?
I think it was my teammates, especially Skylar, which is Esmeralda.
Amazing. And what's now the plan moving forward into the semifinals? A pretty tough match you guys have got. What's the plan?
We're just gonna try our best, and that's all.
Amazing. Well, good luck to you guys. I'm sure you've got a long night now. Tomorrow, big day for you guys at the semifinals. One more time, Abu Dhabi. Give it up to Team ONIC one time.
What a way to end it! After a tied series, ONIC Indonesia step up and secure Game 3. But let's be clear, Team Falcons did not make it easy for them.
Yeah, definitely. It wasn't easy at all for ONIC. They made it very hard for them. They actually had a huge chance to win. But unfortunately, ONIC had the upper hand on that, and they actually grabbed the win from Falcons. But kudos to Falcons for this amazing skill, world-class skills.
To be honest,
yeah,
ONIC know how to execute it under pressure, and they secured the place for semi-final.
Definitely, of course. But as you said, it wasn't easy. It wasn't
tight period.
Yeah, it was very serious. It was very tight. But yeah, we expected this from ONIC. You know, I expected a comeback from ONIC, to be honest. Yeah.
Yes, but everyone was expecting a cleaner series, you know, but Team Falcons had other ideas, and I respect them for that.
Definitely, definitely. Kudos to Falcons, hard luck, and wish you all the best. And we are going to see you in the World Championship very soon.
Soldier?
To be honest, we will not say goodbye to Falcons. Falcons will watch, because some of the games, when you are playing with experience versus experience, you are getting more knowledge about the game, about the new strategies, about the new play style. So everyone is like going out from here, they are winning.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Winning the prize pool, winning the strategies, winning the mentality for the stage. There's a lot of like winning things when you think about it.
Yes, that's for sure. And as for the highlights, of course, ONIC, of course, had 19 kills, 8 kills for Falcon. Total golds, of course, ONIC had the upper hand.
10K more.
Yeah, 10K. Around 11K, almost 11K, actually.
That's a big difference.
Yeah, that's a huge difference. Towers destroyed 8-2, Lord slain 3-0, Churchill slain, also ONIC had the upper hand. So yeah, ONIC was actually in control of the match more than Falcon, but Falcon was not making it easy for them. Yeah.
They were dominating clearly. But again, as we said, we really thank Falcon for giving us a good fight, because it's the last match of the day and they gave it to us.
Exactly, exactly. Who do you think is going to be the MVP for this match?
For me, Sans, because he was very good at his playing, but Yuzong, I want to give him an MVP from my side. Why? Because he was trying to not let Farsa enjoy her ulti.
Yeah.
Like denying every ulti she's doing. Like now you learn a lesson. Don't pick Farsa against
Yuzong.
For me, looking at the numbers, I think Skylar.
All right, we'll see right now. It's actually Kyrie. Kyrie is the MVP. Of course, he was the jungler with Yisun Shin, and he scored 5 kills, 2 deaths, and 7 assists.
And he has a lot of fan base here.
Yeah, definitely. He has fan base all over the world.
I'm not sure if they on live if they can hear, but they are screaming for Kyrie here on site.
Yeah, they are.
To be honest, ONIC won like the semifinals test. It was a test for them. If you pass, you will go to semifinals and you will have a new place for you. And there was a lot of tests now, because we saw in the quarterfinals there is 4 tests. And the FYJ won. Aurora Gaming won, Aurora Gaming Philippines won, and the last and not least, ONIC.
Yeah, so now the semi-finalists are locked in. So we know who are competing for tomorrow. And as we can see, the first match will begin at 3 p.m. UAE time, starting with DFYG versus Aurora Gaming and Soldier. The next fight will
Aurora Gaming Philippines versus ONIC. That's gonna be a hell of a game.
It's an early final, by the way.
Yeah.
The second match is gonna be an early final. So, oh my god,
And when you think about it, you want to explain it, but I want to see the game. It's actually happen.
I believe whoever is gonna win, my point of view, whoever is gonna win from Aurora PH and
versus
ONIC will get the championship.
Wow. He decided from now.
Yeah.
But for me, I want to see the first game, because I like the beginning of the day. Like it writes everything for me. But for the second game, I'm patient for it. I will wait. Very patient.
Let's see.
Yes, I'm just really excited for tomorrow's game. So I think everyone here live on sites and who are tuning online, they need to watch for the tomorrow's game. We have some lineup, very big ones.
To be honest, the FYG, Aurora Gaming, and Aurora Gaming Philippines and ONIC. Imagine Aurora Gaming and Aurora Gaming Philippines, they are going to finals. Wow.
Okay, we're just really looking forward to tomorrow. And please, everyone who's watching right now, don't go. Please stay streaming on our official YouTube page. Keep on watching for us and for tomorrow's game. So, because tomorrow we will be back with more massive matchups. Stay tuned, and this is goodbye for now. But see you tomorrow.
See you.
tiduran. Tiduran sih. Bang. Iya bang. Thank you bang, thank you bang.